What's up, guys? Subzeric here, back for another VOD review. Today, we got something a little different from my last couple, doing a lot of YBY1 VOD reviews. But today, we are doing an Iron Bog VOD review. This is your first time ever seeing Iron Bog. This guy is kind of, I guess, like the YBY1 of Taiwan. The best player on his server, I would say, almost by a mile, even though he's also on a server with, Jazz Latte, who's a fantastic player as well. But he is rank 1 right now easily. He's over 2,000 LP, and now he's ranking up his NA account. He's sitting at 1,000 LP on NA. This guy's also won the past 2 regionals in APAC, which just goes to show it's not like he's playing on a weak server or anything. He is just an insane player. And insane is a perfect word to describe it, because this game, he did something I've never actually seen somebody do before. After seeing it, I'm like, this is a genius idea, but it's kind of crazy. So start off with our first augment here. We have hacked augment, which we don't really want to start with share the spotlight here. We have boom bot +1, and we have level up here. Don't really, we're not that excited about any of these. I mean, you could take investment strategy, prismatic here. We don't have a bunch of extra econ to work with it here, but we see a cruel pact here. And we do a full scout of the lobby real quick here to see, okay, what is everyone else doing? And then we say, you know what? From this spot, we are going to take a cruel pact, which is, I mean, already a bit crazy to me, in my opinion. I think this is an augment that people think is a pretty poor augment, right? There are a lot of people out there who are like, yeah, you basically just never take this augment. And even more crazy is we're taking Cruel Pact, and we're not immediately pushing level. We're not using Cruel Pact at all here. We are going to sit right now. Why are we doing this? Well, Cruel Pact, I mean, there's 2 parts of the effect, right? There's the part where you can spend HP to get levels, and then there's the other part of the effect, that is it heals you 4 HP every single round. And so what we're going to do this game is use Cruel Pact as like a super tiniest titan. That one heals you 2 HP per round. This is going to heal us double that. Obviously, it doesn't give us the econ, but we started the game off with a Draven and a Vi here. So if we can get Cypher in, we can start getting to an insane amount of Cypher stacks. But yeah, I've never seen somebody actually try this out before. The big downside is obviously you're playing down an entire prismatic later. It's not like even you took Tiniest Titan and like, yeah, you're down the HP, the fact that it gave you HP, but you at least have the econ part of it. We're going to be completely down a prismatic augment, so we need to make sure that we don't drop our streak. That is the biggest thing. We need to keep loss streak here, because if we win a fight, our game is over essentially. And then we also have to make sure that we just get the biggest Cypher Cashout that we can. We have to look for a Giga Cashout, but you can see 93 HP here is absolutely insane. Ideally, we're picking up Galio on this carousel, but there is not one. So we could look at like Draven pair here. We could look at like Sword here. It's funny, because we've healed up so much, we actually, don't even, we're 3rd round on carousel, which is just hilarious in a world where we 3 lost with Cypher in. And I think we killed like maybe a unit here. Pick up another LeBlanc here. And interestingly enough, it kind of looks like we're going to hold this. I thought for sure we would sell this here and make 30 gold. I mean, yes, a LeBlanc pair, maybe a LeBlanc 2 is nice, but I mean, making 30 is really, really important as well. So we'll see what we do here. Yeah, we hold on to it. So maybe the dream here, I think certainly the dream here is that we're going to play it more towards a vertical Cypher game, like a 5 Cypher style game. You've seen this version of Cypher start to become a bit more popular recently, where yeah, people play into like 5 Cypher as kind of like their cap out with it, as opposed to before where you would just play the 3, you'd get like Exotech and Bastion and things like that. Instead, we're just going to play more vertical Cypher. It looks like, we'll see, and we're hoping to find that Galio soon, because like I said, our game plan is completely reliant on getting as many stacks as possible. But it's fantastic this stage here. I mean, player damage is pretty low on stage 2, so we're sitting almost 95 HP, because every round we're getting 4 back here. 88, we're gonna go back up to 92. I mean, we're very, very healthy for a Cypher game, obviously, because this is the augment in the game that does the most healing, more than anything else. And we really haven't killed many units, I would say, at this point. But I mean, that's kind of fine, as long as we get, obviously, the big Cypher Cashout. So yeah, we're actually thinking about, I'm going to just slam Belt here. I mean, looking at Warmugs here, which, I mean, would be a solid slam. I mean, I don't think this board's going to have any trouble losing to minions here, so I don't think we need to be afraid here. Item-wise here, I mean, if we want to play hard for this LeBlanc, we do have stuff like Shojin. You can also greed blue buff pretty solid onto LeBlanc. Actually going to sell Rostpear here to just pop off this Giant Spelt and say, yeah, who cares about Rost 2? The big thing that we need in this spot is to, make sure that we are losing these fights. And yeah, playing really, really hard for this loss streak here, just because we see, yeah, there's another Cypher player in our pool there that is actually really, really scary. Because like I said, if you lose your loss streak here, your game is basically over, because you're going to be playing almost down an entire augment, basically down an entire augment with not a big cash out here. So next augment here, I mean, I think a mentorship is fine in general. Corrosion, I don't think we're, I mean, LeBlanc tends to play for longer fights, so I could see a corrosion actually. I don't love glass cannon that much, but I mean, it does stuff in this comp. But yeah, I like mentorship the most here. Ooh, we triple reroll here, and now, I mean, I guess branching out, I don't really love it here. I'm kind of surprised that we rolled everything here, just looking for something a bit better here. But yeah, we do take branching out here. We get Bruiser, which doesn't really have any obvious link up with the Cypher board, but you know, you can do some kind of like, you know, just throw a Gragas onto your board or something like that. I guess we'll see how this ends up going, but yeah, a little bit awkward here. We rotate finally into this guy who is also playing a Cypher here. Just wanted to make sure that this person wasn't going to grief our streak here, but you know, they ended up summoning some items on LeBlanc, realized that, okay, Iron Bog essentially has to play full loss streak here, so there's nothing I can do. They have, Iron Bog has, you know, 0 combat augment here, so it's not like I can even really outsack. And then Yoni is this other player, okay, that is also, because that's a different person entirely, that is also playing Cypher. The upside for us is at least they have more Cypher than us. They are only, they had 4 Cypher in, I believe, so they had a Zed, so we don't have to probably worry about them outsacking us, because I doubt that they're going to take out their Cypher, but I mean, they could certainly. Here's the part where this augment gets a little bit awkward, is to start pushing levels, you need to use XP, which is HP in this spot, and that's going to hurt your Cypher. So I have to imagine we're just not going to push level at all here until after we cash out, and then we're going to level and roll, I guess, is the idea. It's crazy. Like I said, never have I ever seen anyone go for something like this before, and so I felt like I had to do this VOD review because it's such a crazy idea. Pick up MF with the Rod on Carousel. So yeah, it looks like we're really dedicated to the LeBlanc idea, like potentially hitting a LeBlanc 3. I mean, the upside is you can roll very easily on level 6. You know, the lower the better with this, because yeah, we're gonna roll on 5 here. Oh my god, just saying, we want to roll a bit here. There's no reason to wait until level 6 to roll. He's gonna make Gunblade as well, looking for like a blue buff Gunblade setup maybe onto the LeBlanc. I mean, upside is we did kill a few units against, this was a level 7 board, I believe. So we killed a couple there, and you know, every unit that we kill is huge here. I mean, we're really hoping to find a Galio on 5, which is, you know, not impossible to find. It's not as likely as on level 6 or level 7, but it's not impossible here. And yeah, we're really digging for that. We do find our 6th LeBlanc here, so we're getting close to the LeBlanc 3 here. And yeah, just still, we know Yoni's in our pool here, so we need to try to int here. We do rotate into Yoni here, and they end up actually playing a pretty strong board here, so don't have to worry about that. So this is probably the last person that we're afraid of griefing our streak out of our pool, which is really, really, really good. But still, I mean, if you offered to like drop me into this spot, I do not know if I would take it. You know, we are pretty low HP here. We're 6 LeBlancs, but we got stuck the entire game on 3 Cypher. It's really tragic that we never found a Galio here to play, just because, yeah, I mean, you are oftentimes very excited about, you know, I mean, getting as many Cypher in as possible early, even with all the rolling we're doing. We do make a red buff here. Pick up another LeBlanc, actually, off Orb there. We have this cloak that we can reforge or keep. Honestly, would think about keeping it, just because we do need some tank items here, but it does get reforged. It gets reforged into tier, actually, so that's blue buff if we want it here. This tends to be, you know, something that you're excited for on LeBlanc. We do get our 4 Cypher in here, and we'll see what we end up building here. Adapticone here actually can come out. Oh, is it some kind of like adaptive? Interesting. I'm really curious to see what the items end up being here. Adaptive, like JG or something, really? I mean, Warmogs seems fine, sure. And then, yeah, we still have this tier left over that we're going to keep rolling. So not looking for blue buff onto this LeBlanc. You know, blue buff, like, Mana Zane is the dream, but obviously, you know, you can't always get there. Augments here. I mean, LDP maybe is just like a solid tank one. And yeah, wow, we're going to grab that immediately here. So really liking the LDP. The idea is that, you know, you can take this, you can pair, I was thinking more you can pair like Galio with LeBlanc and use that AP. But he's actually thinking of pairing the LeBlanc with the Draven here. Just get some slight extra stats, maybe a bunch of AD once we get to like LeBlanc 3, stuff like that. At least you'll have a little bit of AD. So yeah, we're actually going to pair up the backline here. Okay, I mean, seems fine as well. And hopefully we're going to get some big cash outs. I mean, the nice thing with LDP is that once you cash out Cypher, you're getting a ton of AD and AP, and both of those are being shared, which is really nice. 489 here is our cash. So you don't want to cash here. I mean, you have to sack until the end of the stage here, or else you're going to be pretty unhappy. Like, this is not a big enough cash out to be happy with basically being down an entire augment here. And yeah, Iron Bog agrees. I mean, the upside is we're still 39 HP, and we got 8 more coming over the next 2 rounds. So, I mean, we're pretty healthy, all things considered, being on a 12 loss here with Cypher. But the scary thing is we'd really like to kill some units, but our board is pretty wimpy. So we'll see here. You also are going to have to dedicate 4 of that HP to leveling up to level 6, I have to imagine, which is going to be really scary. And you're going to be stuck on level 6, right? How are you making it to level 7? I don't think you are. So a scary spot, a very scary spot here. We can take whatever we want off Carousel. We could grab like a Viego or something, though I don't really know what Viego is here. Is he a unit that's going to do a lot on this board? I don't really think so. I mean, he's a 5 cost, which is cool. And I mean, I guess we have the Jarvan in for now. He could be Golden Ox, but I don't think it's great. Going to make Ionic Spark here. So that's why we grabbed the Viego, is just grabbing the Spark component there. Though still, I'm really curious where our last LeBlanc item is going to be. It's going to be Guard Breaker. Okay. I mean, I don't think this one's amazing on LeBlanc with no spell crit here. But I mean, it's okay, I guess. Yeah, this LeBlanc build honestly looks pretty weird to me. I feel like this is not BIS LeBlanc, but I mean, hopefully our cash out will be able to get us there. We get to 664. I mean, we're at the station here. We have to take our cash out. So we'll see what it is after the next round here. We're gonna get over 700 stacks, which is fantastic here. And actually, okay, so we are naturally leveling up to level 6 here, which is great. It means we have 149. Gonna be like 160 gold to roll down here. And the nice thing is we are going into minion round here. The best cash outs are the ones where you can cash out on minion round, and it gives you a whole minion round to like potentially pivot your board. Though there's not much to pivot here. Drop down to 5 HP here. I mean, this is a very strong board that we just fought out. This was Yoni's board who cashed out, and they have all the little void doggies here, so we can't even kill. It makes it even harder to get a real unit kill here, but we'll get our cash out here. 750 stacks. It's the Mundo 4 triple Warmugs one, and now we have to roll here. We hit LeBlanc here. We are obviously going to put the Warmugs onto the Mundo here. We also took our dummy. That's the portal in this game. Sorry for skipping it, but we took the RNG dummy here to hopefully get something crazy here. I mean, 136 gold. I do think you probably just have to roll on 6 here and try to pick up your other 3 stars in this spot here. We are playing 4 Bruiser, 4 Cypher here with the Bruiser. The 2 Bruiser +1s actually, because we got the other one off of the cash out, which is pretty nice here. Picking up some Vi's. I mean, we're actually hitting a lot of stuff here. We do pick up Zed here, which immediately is going to come in, even though this means we have to drop down to 3 Bruiser here. You see, we're actually not done rolling at all. We're trying to figure out what our items are so we can finish our Draven items. So we're going to make Krakens plus Guard Breaker here, and these are going to be our items. Okay, hopefully this board's good enough because we're still stuck on Draven 2. We do at least have the LeBlanc 3 here with 5 Cypher in, and obviously this Mundo 4 is going to be the big carry here with the triple Warmogs doing 2nd most damage right after the LeBlanc. I mean, he's an absolute beast. And so now we can continue to roll down here. 13 HP, so we're still very far off leveling up here. But the upside is we're actually hitting pretty hard on the Dravens on just level 6 here. So continue to roll. I mean, we're 1 off Draven, so you probably have to dip at least to 40, probably 30 gold. I mean, you probably are happy to dip down to like 0 gold here to try to find this Draven, because I mean, any loss is going to be death, though. I mean, we're about to heal up to 17 HP, so we're going to get to the point where we're kind of a little bit outside the danger zone. And yeah, we pick up this fight here, which is really, really good. We hit the Draven 3, and all of a sudden, this board is starting to come together. We're 2 off Galio 3 here, and we're just doing a quick scout of the lobby to see, okay, are we kind of confident enough in our board here that we can think about actually like just chilling here and not rolling for the Galio 3? And I think the answer is yeah. I think our board is fantastic here at this point. Obviously, the Mundo 4 spikes us a lot. The Draven does a lot of work. This is pretty scary because the Draven actually gets blown up here. Yeah, we might lose this fight to Kog'Maw reroll just because Kog'Maw board does so much consistent damage. Oh my god, that's so bad for us actually after losing this fight. I mean, it's going to make our dream of pushing levels so much harder. We get an artifact anvil here plus an item here, so this is going to be IE, and then we're going to see what's in this artifact anvil. I mean, IE really nice to get that spell crit down. Though I don't know what item is going to move off of Draven here, because you want IE with the guard breaker for sure, but we'll see here what we get here. Trench coat, blah. I mean, the light shield, yeah, I think the light shield is the best one that we can take here. Pretty rough, honestly. And after losing that fight, we're like, okay, we have to roll here for Galio. We're running actually very low on time. We do hit it, but we don't have time actually to move over this IE. So we're just going to throw it onto the Zed for now. I think in an ideal world, you'd have this on Draven. I mean, we do have 2 removers, so we'll see if he wants it there. I mean, maybe he just wants it on Zed, but hopefully this is enough of a spike to stabilize us so that we can push level, get 4 Bruiser back in, which is another huge spike on this board with our giant Mundo here. So yeah, we can swap around the IE if we wanted. I mean, it seems like another case where somebody is just really not that... Okay, looks like he does want to move the IE over, and yeah, I think this makes perfect sense. And it's going to be the Krakens that moves up to the Zed. Okay, I mean this. Oh, full reforge on the. What? We full reforge the Krakens there because it's not a great item on Zed, and we actually get JG, which can go into the LeBlanc. The only question is then what's moving. I think it's probably Gunblade moves up, but we'll see here. We win this fight here, so top 4 almost locked in, and we just have to wait for minions here so that we can. I mean, we actually could use the Salvager to break down the items anyway, but I mean, it's still going to be Guardbreaker, probably Guardbreaker adaptive, and then Gunblade moves up to Zed would be my imagination here. But we'll see here, 12 HP. We're almost to the point. I mean, once you get to the point where you can level, you do really want to do that just because you're probably going to die anyway. So you'd much rather just, have that level up. Why are we looking at another Spark here? I think it's probably just like IE or Deathblade here. I don't really think Edge of Night does that much with Bruiser +1 here. IE. Wait, it is interesting. Oh, what? Oh, the full Reforge make IE Crown Guard. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. A little strange, I would say, because I really feel like that spell crew would be nice on LeBlanc, but okay. I mean, we'll finish these items up here. We are not able to level still for a while. That's at 30 HP, right? So we need to live 2 more rounds here, and then obviously we'll naturally get 4 XP on that, and then we can level here. So we need to win 2 more here. The upside is our port is very strong after hitting everything. This 5 Cypher reroll, like I talked about, this is one of the ways that people are just really excited to play around Cypher now, just because, I mean, Cypher gives a lot of stats, especially when you have LDP here, and you can share these really, really highly increased stats. We are, I think, going to lose again to the Kog'Maw board. This guy is just our arch nemesis here. He just does so much work. It's just on a board with all that scaling damage, like that's what people need to beat us, is like this Mundo is so tanky, but all the scaling damage is just disgusting here. And yeah, actually the Void Staff Wit's End dummy dealt like 8,000 damage that last fight. It's kind of insane actually. But okay, here rotate into this guy. We are getting our LeBlanc Sejuani stunned, which seems pretty awful, I'll say, but hopefully we can still pick this one up. This is a very strong board here, but oh my god, it looks scary for a second, and the Mundo just giga clutches it out there. That's Yoni going down here. One final item to finish off our game. Do we have a armor shred at this point? Because that's Evan's Shroud if we wanted. We ended up taking blue buff, right? Which, like I was talking about earlier, tends to be a fantastic item. I mean, yeah, maybe it's just blue buff and then you can move up Adapticone. Or it's just blue buff Zed. Oh, okay. Blue buff Zed seems fine. Kind of would have preferred Evan's Shroud here, honestly, just get the armor shred because we don't have that as far as I understand it. Yeah. But okay, we just take this here just because it's a good item. It gets Zed insta-casting. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Iron Bog's items were the weirdest thing to me this game, but okay, we're rotating to Kog'Maw again. We do have Zed on the Cog here and Draven opposite side, which just barely snipes it out. Okay, it was blue buff Zed. I'm sorry for ever doubting you, because we actually, but oh my god, we still end up losing the fight. It's a third. Oh my god. It was so close. It was perfect positioning, but just no Z2 ends up killing us there, and oh my god. I mean, this was just an experience here. I mean, this guy's Kog'Maw board is insane with the unstable evolution and just everything here. So, I mean, it's understandable that we did end up losing to this board. Kind of an insane game, but I mean, just such a cool idea from Iron Bog. I've never seen anybody do this ever before. And I mean, we almost, I think, very close to this actually being like a dub. If we just maybe got a slightly different cash out, or I still, the items I thought were quite strange, but I mean, you can't argue with somebody who's rank 1 and he's 3,000 LP combined between multiple servers. So yeah. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check my Twitch, my Metafy, all my links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.